When ships arrive in port, there is a chance for the crew to go on shore leave, which means they can get off the ship and go around town for a few hours. But due to the ongoing pandemic, a lot of countries have enforced strict quarantine protocols, which meant that for the most part, seafarers were restricted from going ashore. When our ship arrived at Tarragona in Spain, we weren't really expecting to get off the ship. But luckily, during that time, shore leave was allowed. So naturally, we took the opportunity to go around town, while complying with health protocols, of course.
Let's go for shore leave! For the first time in 3 months, I will be able to step on dry land. So our first stop will be the money changers, of course, because we don't have any local money, in this case euro. So we're headed there.
From the ship, it was quite a long walk to exit the port facility, but eventually, we made it out and started exploring Tarragona. Tarragona is a port city in northeast Spain, which traces its founding before the 5th century BC. The city was known by its ancient name, Tarraco, back when it was part of the Roman Empire. And to this day, ruins of the ancient Roman city have been preserved, which gives visitors a glimpse of what life was like around 2,000 years ago.
I'm here right now at our first destination. So this is the Forum of Tarraco, the ancient Roman city here in Tarragona, Spain.
The Forum was the center of everyday life in every Roman city. It was the usual venue for commercial affairs, public speeches, criminal trials, celebrations. Practically anything that held significance to the city was settled at the Forum. And for this reason, many of the city's most important structures were located on or near it. Whenever our ship comes into port, I usually make it a point to check out or research the tourist spots in that place or wherever place we go. Especially if there are ancient sites or very old sites, cultural sites nearby. Those places are usually my target whenever I go for shore leave. So here in Tarragona, there are ancient Roman ruins. So I guess I got lucky this time. I have always loved history, which is why I always make it a point to visit historical sites whenever the opportunity presents itself. Most seafarers will just go straight to the mall during shore leave. I prefer to go to these places. I mean, for me, it's such a waste to get to travel to different countries, and the only place you visit is the mall. Walking along the coast, we were headed to our next destination, the ruins of the Roman amphitheater. The amphitheater in Tarragona is a smaller version of the Colosseum in Rome. Although smaller in size, its purpose was pretty much the same.
So right now I'm here at the amphitheater of Tarraco. So this is where the gladiators used to fight. It's quite fascinating that a lot of the structure actually still remains up to this day.
These venues were used for events such as gladiator combats, animal slayings, and criminal executions. You know, the usual entertainment during those days. Seeing the amphitheater made me remember Russell Crowe in the movie Gladiator, which of course made me want to shout,
"Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?"
But unfortunately,
At present, it's not allowed to go down there because of the ongoing restoration process. So we'll have to satisfy ourselves from getting the view from here.
just across the street from the amphitheater was our next stop, the Roman Circus. Circuses were one of the main entertainment venues of ancient Rome, where events like horse and chariot races were held. The circus here in Tarragona, which was built during the 1st century BC, originally held a capacity of around 30,000 spectators.
Of course, this is already a ruin and only a part of the original structure is remaining.
At present, only a portion of the circus remains above ground, although some of the original structure remains hidden under old 19th century buildings.
So we went deeper into the interior of the Cirque. There's a lot of tunnels here.
Directly connected to the circus was the praetorium. It is a Roman-era tower that once housed the stairs that connected the lower city to the provincial forum by way of the circus, which it was connected to by means of underground passageways, which apparently we just passed through to get here. In the 12th century, it was transformed into a palace for the monarchs of Aragon. In later centuries, it was also used as a prison. The praetorium also served as a small museum which housed various ancient Roman artifacts.
We're here right now at the rooftop of the Praetorium, where you can see the whole city of Tarragona from here. We've been walking continuously for about 4 hours now, so We're just taking a break here. There's still one more location that we need to go to.
Our last destination for the day was a little bit out of town, the Ferreras aqueduct, also known as Ponte del Diablo.
We're here now at the ruins of the aqueduct. We actually took a taxi going here because it's quite far from our previous location and we are already very tired. Anyway, from the pictures I saw, I think this place is going to be awesome. Let's have a look. Okay, so after a few minutes of hiking, we finally reached it. The aqueducts.
All throughout the Roman Empire, aqueducts were constructed to transport water from outside sources into cities and towns. They moved water by means of gravity alone, often across miles of terrain, from the source all the way into the city's fountains and public baths. This particular aqueduct took water from the MAKOi River and made it flow across a distance of 15 kilometers into the ancient city of Tarraco.
Okay, we're going home.
After the day's adventure, we eventually had to go back to our ship. Little did we know that this will be the last shore leave we will get until our contract ends. In any case, the events of this day will surely echo through my memory for the rest of my life. This perk of the seafaring profession, the opportunity to go ashore and visit other countries, was actually one of the reasons why a lot of people chose this profession. So having no shore leave for months on end dealt a heavy blow to our morale. The pandemic may have made things difficult for now, but eventually, everything will get sorted out and activities like shore leave will be back on the docket.